Hi, my name is wow-goldmaking. This video is about how I make enough gold from selling these 4 glyphs and how I can purchase 1 WoW token a month from the gold I make. 2 of these glyphs are from Battle for Azeroth, and the other 2 glyphs are from Shadowlands. This video will explain how to obtain these glyphs and how I create these glyphs to basically save gold as well as save time. Time is limited with the new expansion. I enjoy leveling characters through the new expansion, so I don't like to spend too much time making these glyphs. I have a lot of alts. Basically, I will explain how I create them and how quickly I get them done. The first 2 glyphs are the ones that I sell the most of, although the profit is less between these 2 compared to the other 2. But I'll show you in a moment when I open my inscription. The names of the first 2 are Spectral of Vulpine and Spectral of Lupine. They are both from Shadowlands, and in the last 30 days I have sold 817 Vulpine and 936 Lupine, but the profit is less compared to the other 2 that I sell less of. As you see here, I have sold these in the last hour, quite frequent sales as well. Now let me explain how to obtain these techniques. The first technique is Spectral Vulpine. You can get this by completing callings for Ardenweald Night Fae Covenant, so anybody could get this one. It drops randomly from the tribute of the Wild Hunt and Bounty of Grove Wardens callings cachet that you get for completing the calling. The other one, Spectre of Lupine, is actually obtained from the Enlightened Master in Zera Mortis. So this is a bit of a rep grind if you have not done any content in Zera Mortis. You need to be revered to purchase this technique. And the last 2 glyphs are from Battle for Azeroth. But before we get to that information, I would like to ask you to please subscribe to the channel and like this video if you'd like to see more content like this. I have more content to show. Since this is just one source of my gold, I have made 1.1 million in the last month from doing things around War Within and stuff like that. But give me a subscribe and a like on this video. And also I do stream over on Twitch 4 days a week under wow-goldmaking. So give me a follow over there. Maybe I'll see you over there when I'm playing World of Warcraft 2 days a week, and I might play some other games on the other days. But it might be World of Warcraft all week as well. Anyway, alright, so let's get back to the video. The last 2 glyphs are from Battle for Azeroth and are called Glyph of Lavish Servings, and the other one is Glyph of Dire Bees. The Lavish Servings I have sold 721 in the last month, and the Dire Bees I have sold 308. The profit is higher with these 2. Dire Bees market is a bit more challenging at times since people tend to tank the price frequently. I tried to reset the market one time and I lost some gold, but I did save them in my bank, and after about a week, and I saw that someone reset the price up to 800 gold, and so I put it back on there, and I was able to sell a few at 800 gold, but as you see here, it's back down to 166 gold. So, it's anything around 199, 299 is pretty much the going price. 166 is kind of low. But anyway, so to obtain this technique of Dire Bees is a little bit trickier for people to compare to the Lavish Servants because there's an RG thing to it. You have to do a certain event in the Stormsong Valley. I'll explain to you in a moment. But let's start with Lavish Servants and how to obtain this glyph. It is obtained by a mage from creating the mage table in an instance or a battleground using the Contour Refreshment. I tested this with the second mage since it was so long ago when I got it on my main mage back during current content. So I had to create at least 10 mage tables in that instance before the it procced and gave me where the mage automatically learned the technique. But a second recipe is also put in your bags where you can give to someone or sell it on the auction house. So with these 2 techniques, they both use the same regions, Crimson Ink and Ultramarine Ink. The Ultramarine Ink is cheaper to purchase, less than 1 gold usually, compared to the Crimson Ink. I would not purchase Crimson Ink if the price is over 10 gold. In those cases, I would make my own Crimson Ink from Pigment. But if you do need some assistance in leveling up your profession, since you have to be max level with Battle for Azeroth, you can always go to WoW Professions, where I just showed you right there, and it'll give you step-by-step how to get maxed out. So I did obtain the technique on a second mage, and so there's a little graphic of how I procced it, a little graphic there. But anyway, now on to the Glyph of Dire Bees. This one this to obtain this technique, it does drop. So as you see here, this is a little snip of the honeyback harvester event there in Stormsong Valley. It does spawn all throughout Stormsong Valley, but there is some RNG to that honeycomb. So you might have to do a few of them back during current content. I did it once an hour. I think it's the same. But during this one here, actually, I got a happy pet. It's a very, very valuable, rare pet. I haven't looked out, got one. Go figure. But since it's a random drop, you may need to do a few of them. So just remember that. So I hope you get it first time, you know. Hope it's, you know, you get it the first one, you know, hope you luck out. I remember doing a lot. I was trying to collect all the butterfly pets during that time and all that. So, but I don't remember. But if you're an alliance or a horde, can do this event. So, but you just need to be maxed out on your inscription. The same thing with lava serpents. You need to be maxed out with your inscription for Battle for Azeroth. So additional information about these glyphs. I do not farm the herbs at all. I always purchase the inks and sometimes the pigments off the auction house, as long as the price is right. If it is not worth my time, since I like to play current content, I don't like to go around BFA or Shadowlands farming up herbs. It just takes too much time. Let someone else benefit from my purchasing these things off the auction house. They're farming it, I'm gonna buy it. You know, I just don't want to. You know, as long as I'm making gold, I don't care. I do not care. But with the lava servings and the dire bees, as I said earlier, they both use crimson ink and ultramarine ink. The ultramarine ink is pretty much below 1 gold, so I rarely make these from pigment. But the crimson ink does fluctuate. I think I kind of mentioned that earlier. So you got to be sure it's below 10 gold. If it's below 10 gold, I'll buy it off the auction house. But if it's more, I'm gonna create it from pigment. But I also, when I make these, I also use a glove with the enchantment on it. Do I have it anyway? Also with the let me kind of just scratch here. They also require 2 vendor items. The lava servings require powdered sugar, and the dire bees require coral honey. They are located in Borealis or Zodar on trade to vendors, or if you're lucky enough to have the Brutosaur, you can just get it right there off the regular green Brutosaur. This is the green one, not the new one that just came out. But I make the glyphs here in my garrison since I have everything on my Brutosaur. So anyway, if you're lucky enough you have the Brutosaur, you can do it. But if you have to go to Zodazar or Borealis, you know, they have really good cities. That's one thing good about the BFA. You know, I really loved Borealis. I'm an Alliance main, as you see. But I do have some Horde. Alright, so I was lucky enough to make enough gold during BFA to purchase the 5 million auction house mount due to many sales of the highborn trinkets, as you see here. You know, it's just, it was amazing gold time, we tell you. So, anyway, so let's get back to what I was talking about. So I do not farm any herbs. I buy the inks from the auction house, or I make them from pigment. This includes the inks from Shadowlands as well. So you have the Tranquil ink, and then you have the Luminous ink. If you do have, maybe you have some herbs saved up, you want to focus on Marrow Root or Whittlebloom to provide, you know, they have the best mix to get the Luminous pigment and the Tranquil, as well as some Umbral ink pigment. Umbral pigment is very valuable. You can sell it on the auction house, or make some other glyphs that, like the Midnight Stag, or the Twilight Rune Stag. I'm sorry, Midnight Rune Stag, Twilight Rune Stag, or the Gloomstalker. I don't sell those that often because the prices are always tanked, and you do not make any gold because of the price of that Umbral ink. It's just so expensive, and it's just not worth my time most of the time. But I'll kind of watch them every once in a while just to see maybe the prices for some reason could be higher. But you know, whenever you buy your inks, just be sure the profit is shown. So there is an add-on called Craft Sim that does that for you. See how I just hit the search button right there? It shows it. And it'll tell you if there's a profit based on the items on the auction house. It's a great add-on. It's on CurseForge to download. It's a great option. There's other little things you can do with the current content as well, with concentration. I'm still trying to figure that out. But so there's also something else I want to add. The glyphs, they are region wide. So you may have to post these a few times a day to make sales sometimes. I post my glyphs at 12 hours. and I try to frequently reset them. If you're able to, reset them throughout the day. If not, try to do it in the morning or evening to assure the best success in sales, because they are frequently, right here, we kind of just skip back here. Right here, this is that glove I was kind of talking about earlier. But get that enchantment, culture, and crafting, especially if you want to create, like I create over 100 lava surveys at a time. So get that enchantment. It's really, really cheap. Or you can have, if you have a chance, to just make it real quick. It's really, really valuable, and I can do it really, really quick. I make my enchants really quick, and it also, you can break down some crimson ink or ultimate ink by wearing that glove, and it's quicker. But so basically, I like to try to save much time as I can, because I love to do current content and more within. So I don't like to spend too much time, since we have so many delves to do now. You know what I mean? So I'm not a raider. I'm not really a mythic raider or anything like that. Mythic, whatever. I'm not a raider. But anyway, you know what I mean. So I do a lot of delves. I've been having a lot of fun with them. I'm only at level 5, but hey, I'm trying to get comfortable. But just remember, you can only conjure 80 mana buns at a time. So I make 80 at a time, and then I create the 4 glyphs, and continue until you get my 100. You'll be able to get 50 glyphs from one table, so you may have to do 2 tables to get that 100. These glyphs are great to get into, since I make a majority, approximately 250k in sales in just these 4 glyphs. And right now it's currently about 260. It's a little bit more right now, since the WoW token went up. But you can pretty much get a token a month, pretty much doing these. So, but it really depends on the token prices, kind of remember. But I love to buy the tokens for my game time, as well as Blizzard balance. So anyway, I like to, that's what I kind of like to do. But anyway, if this video is of any value to you, please like the video and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. This is just one thing I do to make gold in World of Warcraft. And like I said earlier, I have made 1.1 million in 1 month, this last month, selling the glyphs. I sell sky golems. I sell current content. I'm sorry, it's just kind of looking here. Current content, like herbs and stuff like that. I go and gather from the disturbed digs and stuff like that. So, yeah, it'd be a lot of tokens, if you're depending on how much sales you get. But anyway, yeah, so thank you so much. So I'm so happy I was able to get this recorded better. I actually got my mic in front of my face now. So hopefully my voice is clear and, you can understand me. But I appreciate you guys sitting through this video. I hope to see you in future videos or over on Twitch for a live stream of World of Warcraft. Take care, and I'll see you later. Take care. Goodbye.